Oh, hey, do you want to watch The Thing tonight? The John Carpenter classic. One of the best films ever made. Hell yeah. Oh, not that one. The one with the carrot monster and the flying saucer. Huh. Welcome back to the Arctic Beyond, and welcome back to my series covering films about the Arctic. The Thing from Another World. It's a 1951 film directed by Christian Nyby, and that's the first feature adaptation of the 1938 novella Who Goes There? That would eventually become John Carpenter's The Thing. You might be saying to yourself, well, The Thing is famously set in the Antarctic. Why on earth would you be covering it in the Arctic Beyond? Well, to that I can only say, you shut your goddamn mouth. And one of the many changes they made from the novella to this film is that instead of setting it in the Antarctic, they set it at a remote Arctic base. And instead of an alien which takes on the appearance of its victims, which is really the essential premise of every adaptation of the original novella, this one goes a very different route. You see, there's actually an alien which is made of vegetables. Yeah, that's right. It's made of vegetables.
Just as though you're describing some form of super carrot.
That's nearly right, Mr. Scott. This carrot, as you call it, is constructed an aircraft capable of flying some millions of miles through space.
And instead of being a work of magnificent practical effects, like it would be in John Carpenter's The Thing, it's just a guy in a suit. The monster feeds on blood, and after being thawed out of the ice like an airbender, it goes on a slasher-style rampage through the science base. It is our motley crew of science personnel, military staff, and one plucky, kind of annoying journalist who find themselves trapped on this science base with the alien. And these are the people that really make the highlight of the whole film. Most of the film really consists of snappy dialogue and character beats between these sort of warring factions. It's really interesting to see the different goals that each of these factions have, the ways they go about them. It's all very different, and it makes some very interesting character dynamics. There's definitely an interesting theme going on of sort of science versus military, and then the journalist sort of acts as the kind of civilian irritation at the system above them, which they're not being allowed to understand. All the while, through radio transmissions from the military higher-ups, we effectively learn that the science base has been pretty much abandoned. That these people who have given their lives to what they believed was a higher and noble cause, their government has abandoned them, has just left them to die with this alien. And so even if you believe you are giving up your life for a noble cause, for your country, for your government may just discard you without a thought in the world. And while there is a good attempt at creating a tense horror film, The Thing from Another World really doesn't grasp what makes fear, what makes horror truly scary. You see, horror, suspense, fear, tension, all these are distinctly emotional responses and very human ones. So it doesn't make sense that the film chose to not have the characters express fear and suspense and horror. Sure, okay, when the alien is attacking some of the characters, they will scream as you would expect, but it's not in those moments, it's in the calm before the storm. It's in the quiet moments where you want your characters to be showing how they really feel, to be showing that we are deeply scared, we fear for our lives.
Anybody around here want some coffee?
No, but you can come in.
It's the only reason I brought it. I was hoping you might ask me in.
Yeah, I could
Who wants some?
I could use a half.
Compare this film to John Carpenter's The Thing. The tension, the paranoia in that film is palpable. It is a scary, exciting film because there isn't a moment where you feel like characters are gonna be okay. But in this film, in the quiet moments, characters are laughing, they're chatting, they are flirting, they're having relationships, they're living basically a normal life. And while these moments aren't without worth, there's good character development that happens in these moments, it isn't scary. It's not even a little bit scary when you have characters whatever, drinking and playing cards while there's a monster supposedly on the loose that can kill them at any moment. And in fact, it's more than just fear, the whole situation of an alien. So they first discover a flying saucer, and instead of reacting like, oh my god, this is the biggest discovery in the history of mankind, it's more like, huh, there's a shiny penny on the ground there. That's nice. Instead of, this is amazing, this is going to change the world.
We finally got one.
We found a flying saucer.
Can anybody see anything through the ice from where you are?
Only an outline.
Nothing but a dark shape here. Seems perfectly smooth. No doors or windows.
Though there isn't this sense of fear, there is a nice coziness factor to it, and it's definitely a film with its own sense of worth. It's a piece of science fiction history. I think if you do give it a go, you'll enjoy it, but the greatness is definitely yet to come in this series. So those have been my thoughts on The Thing from Another World. What do you think? What's your rating? What's your ranking for the Thing adaptations? Let me know what you think. Let me know if there's any other films you want me to cover at any other point. Thank you for spending some of your time with me. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.